Welcome to the Leetist podcast, a podcast where we play games about games, video games, games of the video sort. I am here today, joined by the sunny red and sunny black to my lefty, Tim.
Hi.
And Ryan.
What?
And also joining us today, we have a guest. Bill is here from A Gamer Looks at 40. What's up, man?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Are you ready to get in it and get to some games,
Kenny,
get
what
challenged?
What the hell was that reference?
Oh, what was the reference?
You can't just gloss over that. I don't know what the hell you're talking
Tim,
about.
you don't know the reference?
Sunny red, sunny black to lefty?
Yeah.
No.
That's all Donnie Brasco.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deep cuts.
How do you know that is a fugazi?
Exactly. I thought you would know that one.
I forgot that.
That
You know, can I say something real quick that's really funny to me? Because we've been hanging out with Bill for the past like 10 minutes now and just kind of like chatting and bullshit. And this stuff cracks me up so much when it gets to like recording time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's just, we got to act like we just met. Like we just.
It's the same thing as when you say goodbye, but then you're walking in the same direction. It's that weird kind of scenario where you go, this is a universe that I'm going to have to live in for a brief moment. I hate this, and it's going to happen.
Oh, that's incredible.
There you go.
I call that the Midwest goodbye, where it doesn't ever end. It's like, bye, and then 15 minutes later, bye.
It never ends.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, it certainly doesn't.
Bill has a podcast called A Gamer Looks at 40, and we're going to talk to him about it and everything he does over there. Much like our usual guest segments, we're going to sandwich them in between some games.
Yeah, you never know who's going to hit you, and suddenly, good to know somebody.
How's your trivia skills there, Bill?
Slim to none, but you know what?
Yeah.
I figure if I'm gonna fail entertainingly. So
yeah.
I'm into that.
Fail forward.
I'm down.
That's what our motto is. Fail forward.
I can tell you right
So,
now,
there you
we've
go.
got
Yeah.
some killer games that we're going to be doing today. So like some classics.
Super
So it's gonna be good.
It's going to be fun ones. If you guys out there in podcast listener land come up with a game idea, send it on over to theleetistpod@gmail.com, at the Leetist on Twitter, where Tim does daily trivia.
That's right, I do. If you like the show, do us a solid and tell every single person you ever meet that this is the greatest podcast you've ever heard. Share our show with your friends, either by word of mouth or on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever. Just get it into other people's ears. You can point them at theleetist.com/new listeners, where they can get a taste of the show and what we do here. Plus, we have recommended jumping off point episode for our listeners to start their Leetist journey. Also, guys, can I just say something real quick?
Oh, yeah.
On a personal level, I'd like to recommend something to you guys. Gamer Looks for It. Bill knows what I'm talking about here. And listeners and any of my co-hosts, go check out Red Ox PDX on Twitter and YouTube. Yeah. She does piano music, video game tunes, and it is just completely awesome.
That is like one of my, it's not even I don't want to call it guilty pleasure, because it's just a pleasure to listen to like renditions of songs on piano and like especially video game covers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, she posted a new video today, and while I was on there, I was on her YouTube. I checked out, and she's got some like Chrono Trigger music on there.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
So
definitely go check her out. Red Ox PDX. That's REDAUX PDX. Definitely. Go subscribe, go follow, all those good things. You will not be disappointed.
I will do that. Today on the show, we have the news game. We have a trivia game, the Smarter Than Elite Gamer, that I have brought today with fun categories. We're going to chat with Bill, as I said. Tim has brought back one of the classics, Movie-VideoGame Smashup. We're going to challenge each other again for the month. And then, of course, we're going to talk about all the shit that happened this week. All the Xbox conference was just today. Xbox Bethesda, we saw some fun stuff there. Exciting Starfield-y stuff. And some of the stuff from earlier in the week. All that's going to be in the show today. Timestamps are below if you want to jump to any part.
Oh, my God. That was such a long intro, and I am hungry. I'm hungry. You guys want to play a game?
Let's do it.
Let's play the news game.
Jumanji.
All right, Bill. So we usually give the option. Now, I've started this tradition now. I give the option to the guest whether or not you would like to participate in the news game, and that's totally up to you. So the way the game works is basically I do some fill in the blank questions for two different competitors from news from the week.
Headlines, fill in the blank.
Yeah, headlines. Yeah, they're all just headlines, and they're rapid fire. It's 30 seconds each to try to get more points than the other person. So it depends on how much you paid attention to the news week or how much you're just interested in playing a game. I'll leave it completely up to you. So, Bill, would you like to participate in the news game this week?
You have my consent to foist questions upon me, sir.
Right,
You heard
perfect.
it. That's a verbal binding contract.
All right, so I'm going to flip a coin real quick to see who Bill is going to go against. It's either going to be Kenny, who's heads, or Ryan, who's tails. It is heads, so it's going to be Kenny. All right. And now Kenny's going to call in the air to see who goes first. Kenny, heads or tails?
Heads.
It is tails. Bill, you are going first.
All right.
Fantastic.
On
I'm
my-
going to set the low bar just for everyone. Let's go.
Spoiler alert, it has a lot to do with,
With the conferences.
with the
Oh, yeah.
conferences. Yeah.
You got this, bud.
All right. It's going to be 30 seconds. I'm going to say a phrase with a blank in it, and you just tell me after the phrase what the blank is, and the best out of 4. Here we go. You ready?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Let's go. Much to talk about regarding release announcement this week. Today, we finally saw gameplay footage for Bethesda's epic space game, Blank.
Star something. Star something.
Yeah, that'll work. The people behind Cobra Kai announced they're working on a Blank movie. Maybe those alien scum will finally pay for shooting up my ride.
God, wow, that's a reference that I really should know off the top of my head, but I certainly don't.
Duke Nukem fans were delighted to see a sixth playable character has been added to the roster of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. That's right, it's Blank.
Was it Casey Jones?
That is Casey Jones. All right.
See, you go. One out of something.
That was good. We didn't get to the 4, so I'll go ahead and just say the 4 out loud so we can talk about it too. Kenny dripped. Here's the question. Kenny dripped a little when Blank appeared during the Xbox showcase to declare that he has nothing to declare. Oh, aside from a historic partnership.
Kojima.
Yeah. God bless him.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So there we go. That's what we got for the first round. I'm going to go ahead and give Bill 1.5.
Sure.
I think that's fair.
I think
Fantastic.
Star Something's a better name, anyways.
I don't know why.
I've been calling it No Man's Starfield. I mean, that's it's,
Starfield!
If you watch the and when you get around to watching that, you'll watch it and go, yeah, that's No Man's Sky. it's No Man's Sky meets Starfield.
Yeah, I think we will have a segment later in the show
I have
for
words
talking
to say about that.
more about Starfield and all that stuff.
This is the tough one because, a lot of these news things are definitely
that's right.
related
That
to
too.
the conferences. And I'm totally okay with them just saying, we'll talk about it later. You just say that. Yeah. It's fine. And we can just move on to the next game, quicker. Yeah. But there is the fact that the guys that are making Cobra Kai are doing a Duke Nukem movie.
So it's interesting. They originally had a Duke Nukem movie in the works. It got canned, but they were going to have John Cena signed on to play Duke Nukem. I wonder if they're going to get John Cena back.
I could totally see John Cena.
That would be nice. Nukem. Yeah, a little, John Cena kicking ass and June bubblegum.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Duke Nukem enough, though, but it is one of those games where it's like, it was a novelty of the time. I don't know if it works so well.
There are some aspects of it that are a little less appealing to gaming culture as a whole. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I have a skewed perspective of what gaming culture is, as a whole these days. But I feel like the prevailing sentiment kind of thing is, rescuing the babes. And, that sort of like mindset thing is kind of a thing of gaming past. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, I think that we've had a shift in a good direction towards like a more progressive look at games, but a game that can also be satirical and show that it's not as serious with what they're kind of trying to portray. They could potentially come back with Duke Nukem and still do that kind of thing, but put him like Austin Powers fish out of water kind of scenario where he's like still acting like that and everyone's like, you can't say that now.
Okay.
Kind of like that
what do you
kind
think, Bill?
Scenario.
Duke Nukem is one of those things where I agree. I think it's better off left in the past. Plus, Duke Nukem is fun to play, but not necessarily fun to watch. And I don't know if you can build a narrative around Duke. Duke Nukem's fun because it's stupid, violent nonsense. And that's kind of the joy of it. But you're right. All of the kind of the social stuff and the kind of some of the gross stuff that he's been known for, especially with that disaster. What was it? Duke Nukem Infinite or whatever it was. Yeah. That was it, yeah. And that was just gross for grossness' sake, and it's just left in the back in time. So I think a film might be okay, but I don't know what kind of narrative you wrap around Duke Nukem that'd be fun or interesting, unless you're really clever and turn it into satire, which is what you're talking about. big old Duke Nukem walking around in 2022, talking about babes.
Well, I mean, that'd
be interesting.
I mean, this is the people that are doing Cobra Kai, which pretty much nailed that. Like, that's exactly what they did. They took Johnny and they put him into modern day, and it worked because he is kind of like a satire in that sense, but also just an enjoyable person. And it's also kind of like not a coming of age almost for Johnny. You know what I mean? Going from from one mindset to another a little bit, but still kind of maintaining that hard ass persona.
Duke
kind of
Nukem
thing.
was always just a personification of like a lot of like your Arnold Schwarzeneggers and your Roddy Piper from They Live, right? Like, I mean, that's all it is.
That's
like,
what we need is Roddy Piper to play.
God rest his
that's
soul.
all we need.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's. I don't see how unless they do what I was saying, like, maybe somehow he got cryogenically frozen or it was in space for so long and comes back and fish out of water. Like, he thinks the world is still the same way it was and it's not. And
because there's fucking pig mutants and aliens all over the place.
Well, to be honest, while you guys have been sitting here talking about it, I've been thinking about it, and actually, I think John Cena is perfect for that, because now that I'm thinking about, like, I've seen him on like late night shows, and it's kind of, I'm not like a huge fan of his sense of humor, but he's pretty good at what he does. He has like a pocket that he sits in comedically that he's pretty good at.
Yeah.
And I think that actually would mesh pretty well with a Duke Nukem.
I think I totally agree with that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it'd be really good casting, I think. Yeah, agreed.
Huh. Okay, well, that was a lot on Duke Nukem. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. I have words to say about Duke Nukem.
We totally made up
do
for
a
the
whole
fact
podcast on it.
we're going to be talking about other stuff later. Casey Jones, cool.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
I'm
absolutely
super stoked. Also, this comes to Game Pass, I believe, this game. So another reason to
Really?
just jam on it. Yeah. Like, I love the idea of bringing another, kind of arcadey hack, like a beat 'em up Turtles game.
Yeah.
And this game is just going to scratch that itch. I'm so excited
I
for
didn't
it.
ask you before. I think I asked you before. Did you play Streets of Rage 4?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Streets of Rage, but yeah, the Turtles games were my bread and butter back in the day.
I was looking at that and they said there was going to be 6, you could do potentially 6 players at once on that kind of thing. That sounds like the most chaotic, ridiculous shit ever.
Down with that. You could play as 5 characters, I think, in the X-Men arcade game.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
I just remember Colossus. All right.
I was always Colossus.
Yeah,
always.
me too. Totally.
Can't,
and actually, sometimes I was Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler was the cheapest
I have
one.
to
'cause
admit,
you could
sometimes I was
hit
Nightcrawler.
anything in the room. Cyclops was the worst one because you have to be, Cyclops.
All right, Kenny. Do you want to do your trivia? We'll get back to Kojima later.
I'm ready.
I said Kojima.
Kojima.
Like it.
Kojima.
All right, here we go.
Do it.
Even the Summer Games Fest got all the spotlight. Even though the Summer Games Fest got all the spotlight this summer, you can't keep the big dog down. Blank says they'll be back and in person in 2023.
E3.
Correct. Oxenfree 2, A Plague Tale Requiem, the last Cuphead DLC, and more were all showcased during the Blank Game Spotlight.
Blank Games. Indie?
Tribeca. Diablo fans with mixed feelings about Immortal have completely forgiven Blizzard now because of the announcement of the Blank class in Diablo 4.
Necromancer.
Correct. I'm completely stoked for Silksong enough as it is, but the Doom fanatic in me has me all sorts of hyped for the rhythm shooter Blank.
Rhythm. Oh, it's a metal one, isn't metal? I don't remember the name of it.
I give him to you. Even though
Yeah, I don't.
I'll give you a 0.5 because you said half of the thing.
1.5.
Same as Bill says Starfield. So Kenny, congratulations, you got 2.5 points.
All right.
And you're the winner of the news game.
Thank you. By a hair, I took it.
Yeah. Tribeca, which is one of those things that was just like on I don't know, Friday or Saturday. There's been several showcases. That we've kind of just spotted the news for kind of thing.
Sure.
Didn't have time to actually watch the live showcase like we did with the one on Thursday and the one today kind of thing. But they went over Oxenfree 2. They did more on Plague Tale Requiem. They did more on Cuphead. What's that DLC called? It's clever because
something.
it's something like the last Cuphead.
The last of the Cuphead.
But it was clever because the initials of it were DLC.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I'll look it up while you guys are talking about Necromancer class for Diablo 4, which I couldn't give a damn about.
He's back. And the sons of bitches brought him back, I guess. I don't know.
That was a cool trailer, though.
No, but it's cool. I mean, it was Diablo 2, you had Necromancer, and they're like, all right, we're going to do Witch Doctor for Diablo 3. And then they're like, we can't do Witch Doctor because that's not PC. We're going back to Necromancer.
Right.
That is kind of how this game works.
I'm psyched for Diablo 4, honestly. I like I said, I got into Immortal, and it's kind of the first thing that really got me into Diablo, so the new one looks tasty. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I'm not... So watching that trailer again, it seems like the camera's a little bit closer to the character, which means that you're not seeing as much of the area around you as you're playing, which means that like you don't get that sense of like, oh, there are more enemies coming at you. It's only like when they're really near you.
Sure.
I don't really like that much. I'd rather be a little bit panned out. So I'm hoping it's a microtransaction that you can pay. You
can pay to zoom the camera out.
Zoom the camera out. And I will pay my money gladly. Blizzard, please take my money.
Well, I mean, you guys know me. Like, I'm not a Diablo fan. You know, I get it. I think I was saying this earlier in the Discord is that I think Diablo looks so cool. I think the new game looks rad, and I love the class intro video. If Blizzard has ever done, wait, this is Blizzard, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I keep on getting Blizzard, but that's all mixed up. If they do anything right, it's their cinematic videos. They have the best cinematic videos.
Yeah,
you're not wrong on that. Yeah. I mean, I've liked. I remember watching a lot of the Overwatch videos, and I'm like, man, these are dope. This makes me want to play this game. Then I played the game, and it goes, this is terrible. I don't want to play this game.
No.
The Burning Crusade intro video still. Yeah. Boy, that holds a place in my heart. I was so excited when that came out, and it's still just such a great video. And just when what's his name? Oh, Jesus, I've been playing Warcraft 3 recently. His name is Illidan. Illidan, when he goes, "You are not prepared," and he's like screaming it. Oh, I still get chills every single damn time I watch it.
Well, I think we're prepared.
Yeah.
Someone says it in the cinematic. I think I'm a little prepared.
I think I'm a little prepared.
So Gilbert Godfrey making his return.
He lives on.
But speaking of Blizzard, though, they did announce during the Overwatch 2 thing that it is free to play.
Yeah.
I did not realize it was going to be a free to play.
Still wouldn't play it.
Still doesn't look that great.
Wouldn't even bother. No chance. Just
I will play Overwatch.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a shot. But I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is Metal Hellsinger. Oh my God!
Oh, that's the name. Metal Hellsinger.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that looks really, really fun.
It looks so good and so fun, and it's just got so much metal in it. I mean, I just love that. Is that the developers of it were just like, you know what we need? I don't know. I mean, Mick Gordon did all right. But what if we got the dude from Lamb of God?
I was going to ask, what band is actually like backing this one?
Oh, there's several. Like, I got to look up the actual roster of it, but I was very excited about
like
Randy from Lamb of God.
Crypt of the Necro Dancer, but like mixed with like a first-person shooter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doom.
And I watched some gameplay video of it, and it just looks so fun. Yeah. I mean, it just that's a total winner for me. Any thoughts about E3? You know, just
coming back.
Yeah, coming back.
Sure.
Why?
What are they?
It won't. It's over. It's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny.
I agree. I don't understand why they would come back. Like, what do they? It's a waste of the industry's. It's the waste of the industry's money, and it's a waste of everyone's time to go to E3.
Just give it to
you can
Jeff.
just do digital. Like this Xbox conference shows you that you can give all this information in a very compact, very easy to digest, like one go thing.
Why would they sell a bunch of people like hundreds of dollars worth of tickets per person to come and do an in-person event? It just doesn't make any sense why they would do that.
Yeah, but
why would anyone buy it? That's the other side of it. Like, why would anyone buy these things? Well, here's the problem with E3, if I may. E3 was always intended to be for developers and for journalists and for media people. Like, it wasn't intended for. It was a conference. That's what it was. And then when they opened the doors for people, it turned into like a convention. But now we don't really need conventions anymore, unless it's like a retro convention where people are buying stuff, and that's like a totally different story. And those are still super fun.
Yeah.
But E3 is just kind of aged out, and I don't see why anyone would want to bother, especially if the big three aren't going to attend.
Yeah.
Like, if the big studios and I think who's going to miss out the most on E3 are independent studios. Those indies that want to get in front of media people, who want to get in front of journalists, and even in front of other buyers. They're the ones who are going to miss out because they can't do Bethesda Fest or Microsoft Land or whatever the hell everyone else does. So it's a shame, but
I do think that indie developers have more of a voice though than they used to have before. Yes, they would have to kind of tag onto that E3, maybe, but you do have like PAX East, and you have like other conventions.
Yeah, or you could listen to the bonus episodes of our podcast where I talk about indie games all the time. I mean, I'm just giving them a huge bonus, a huge bump.
Absolutely.
And I think that got a 2.5% boost in all indie games. Like, it's not even one. It's just all of them.
Well, there's more and more digital showcases that are like letting indie devs show off games too.
Yeah.
Like I think Kind of Funny was doing one the last couple of years. I don't know if they are doing the one this year, but it was a pretty big audience just for that. And
it doesn't take much now to get that kind of notoriety and recognition as an indie developer. You like develop a game, you post something on there, you get people to take a look at it, give it. I will make an indie game, Tim, and you will see.
Please, by all means. I bet it's way harder than
actually. Can I
what
take
you're
one
saying.
of your ideas from last?
I mean, literally,
episode?
I've got a binder of 1,000 indie games that most people have never heard of that I got for $10.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
now
mean.
they
A lot
got
of those,
some of that money.
It takes work. It takes a lot of
It
goddamn
does
work. And it takes a lot of luck. And it takes a lot of opportunity.
E3 is going to be the end all be all. This is how they're going to get out there in front of people.
I'd love just an indie showcase show, one that's all hyped up. Fuck, man, put Keeley behind the board on that one and say, like, hey, every fall, in October 12th or the weekend around there, we do like a full indie showcase thing for, 3 hours where I do nothing but introduce indie stuff. I think that'd be dope. That'd be super cool.
The question it really comes down to, and I know we're going into the weeds about this, but what is classified as indie at a certain point when you have like Devolver Digital or you have like these other like kind of higher
super giants,
which are actually more recognized.
Right.
Are they considered indie now because they're actually a lot more prominent?
If they're from India or from Indianapolis or Indiana.
And then we called them Indians because we thought we were in India.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, was that the last headline?
Yeah, we're good. We're done.
We will be talking more about the presentations, a lot about the Xbox one that just happened today, fresh in our mind, later at near the end of the show. And we'll move on now to the games, the trivia games, where we're going to test
the meat and potatoes of the Leetist podcast.
This is what we call the meat of the show.
We just had we had a little bit of a moose bouche, and now we're going to have our
That's
entree.
right. Yeah. I like to think that the intro is that little dish with the lemon water in it that you dip your fingers into.
And you go, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I have a game for your brains.
Yeah.
And it is called Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer? Gentlemen, I have 3 categories today. One of them will be familiar. Actually, a couple of them will be familiar. Here we go. The first one is called Round Trip, which we played as a full game before, but I have condensed into a small game for Elite Gamer. Which, Bill, if you don't know about this, it's a fun thing that Tim's brother made, an Excel spreadsheet that does these crazy magic calculations, and I can put in the name of a video game. It translates the name of the video game to like 30 different languages, and then puts that translation back into Google Translate, and then back to English. And the result you get
is hilarious.
It's usually pretty funny. So,
Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a list. Each of them are like 4 or 5. They're all this one game. So if it's your turn and you pick this category, it's going to be one game. I'm going to read you what this thing spit me back out, the name of a video game. And usually by the time I give you the last one, it's not too hard. So it's probably easier than you think. But the second one is Steaming Piles.
Ooh. That's an old one too.
It's an old one. It's Steam reviews. Pretty
negative Steam reviews.
Entertaining.
And we have
Steam
to guess
reviews.
what game it is.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Correct.
Like that.
Yeah.
And the last one is called the Trendy Game.
Ooh.
In the Trendy Game, which is also the name of a mini game in Link's Awakening, in the Trendy Game,
cool.
I will give you a category. Say I said Mortal Kombat characters. You're going to have to give me a something to put into Google Trends, which is a website. And the person after you is going to try to give me one that is higher trending than that name.
Wow, this is innovative.
Yeah, so listen. Google Trends is a website where you can put in a search term, and it tells you, it has their own score from 0 to 100 for how much this thing is trending right now. So we're talking about right now at this point in time.
Well, there's going to be clear winners.
Well, no, here's the thing. There's also a trick to this, because if I said Mortal Kombat characters, for example, you also have to take into account then that the word scorpion also might be searched for just for the fact
No,
that
but
it's a
I mean,
scorpion.
in terms of like the conferences that
Sure.
are happening,
Sure,
like,
yeah.
like any of those
Yeah.
games are trending.
Yeah.
Right
I
now.
like it.
So
There you go.
Kenny, this is very clever.
I
I'm very
suppose I
excited.
will roll a die to see who goes first. 1 and 2, Tim. 3 and 4, Ryan. 5 and 6, Bill. 6, Bill. You are first again. It seems to happen every single time.
Yeah, we like to
Guests
have
are
our
always
guests
put on
go
the spot,
first.
man. I like it.
Would you like
Fantastic.
round trip, steaming piles, or the trendy game?
Oh, we got to go trendy game. I mean,
All
that
right.
has to happen.
Yeah, this is too neat.
I
I'm
like
with Bill.
this
This
idea.
really is too
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
The first category in the trendy game is video game consoles. You're going to give me a console. Ryan,
Who
or
goes-
Tim.
yeah, it would be
'cause,
Tim.
Tim is
Yeah.
going to give me, but you get to go first, Bill. So which one do you think is trending highest?
I think we're going to say Xbox One.
Yeah.
Xbox One.
I think you won.
I know. Xbox WON.
Like
That's how I
literally,
think
we
it's
just
gonna
had a
be.
showcase for Xbox. so,
Xbox
yeah.
One is trending at, right this moment, a score of 38.
Okay.
Tim,
Wow, that's actually lower than I would expected.
Tim, your chance to block his point.
Okay. Let's see here. He said the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Xbox Series X?
Let's try that. Xbox Series X. His was 38. Yours is 19. That's a point for Bill.
You know why?
Because the Series X is the
No, because nobody knows that it's fucking called the Xbox Series X. Look, I'm going to die
There
on
you
this
go.
hill that nobody understands how Xbox names their systems.
Oh, I have
Insane.
no. You're not going to hear an argument from me. Yeah, I
Insane.
agree.
Tim, your
In fact,
category.
I got confused when you said Series X. I'm like, wait, was that the one?
Can you, Kenny, do you have the round trip programmed into your, the soundboard, your song?
Oh, well, no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Because I made that on the fly just for me going
Oh,
around.
you?
you wanted
Yeah.
to hear
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear that, but I'm going to choose round trip.
I can make it right now. If I do it right now and make it in the final cut,
Yeah,
if
that'd
I
be
just
perfect.
go round, 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 round trip, round, 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 round trip, round, 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 round trip, round trip. There. And then when I cut it, when I edit the show, those will be vocal harmonies.
That's perfect.
That was beautiful.
Let's do.
This is how we podcast.
Yes.
The
Yes.
magic of editing.
Yes.
Would you like round trip, Tim?
I would love round trip.
Okay,
yeah.
here we go. The Southern Park of Fact, Southern Park Truths Bar, south of the park opening the truth, south of
come
South
on.
Park,
Wait.
Stick of Truth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
the
you
last
go.
one is south of Park's wooden truth. South Park's stick of truth is correct.
You want to? What language was the South?
I didn't write down which languages
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
Oh my, that was
All right.
perfect. Yep.
I gotta go steaming pile because I really love these.
All right.
These are always fun.
I'm going to give you 2 quotes from a review, and it's for one game. Here you go. Found a very cute girl in the wasteland. Vat said I had a 0% chance to hit that. 10 out of 10, such realism. And the second quote is, I stole the Declaration of Independence. 1776 out of 10. Would Nicolas Cage conspiracy again? So which one is it?
It's gotta.
Yeah, Ryan. Which one is that?
Oh man, there's actually so many of those that could potentially be. But Fallout 4 is what I'm gonna go with because that
sorry.
took place in DC, Boston. DC was.
We're not doing any steals in any of these.
Oh, okay.
So
All right,
DC
okay.
was 3, wasn't it?
That's
yeah, it was
right.
3.
Yeah,
Fallout
that's
3,
right.
Declaration of
was.
Independence.
Oh, such a good game.
Bill!
Yo.
Round trip, steaming piles, or the trendy game.
I'm going to go trendy game.
Trendy game again. Street.
I love it. I think it's so fun.
I gave you the example of Mortal Kombat characters, but this one is going to be Street Fighter characters.
Ooh.
There you go.
So I'm going to say Ryu or Ryu or Ryu or however people to pronounce it because I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Rue.
Understood.
What's
I
a
think it's
canonical?
Rhea.
Yeah.
All right. Ryu is trending at, holy shit, 98 points.
Wow.
And the
Wow.
reason being is because they just announced with Street. Guile's probably the next one. I would imagine
don't
that's
know.
trending.
I don't
Tim?
know.
I'm going to go for the thirst on this one. I'm going to say Chun-Li.
Chun-Li. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is Chun-Lee, right?
Yeah, sure.
fuck,
Why
it's
not? Yeah.
Chun-Li.
enough.
This is going to fail miserably.
77 points.
okay,
That's
all
a point for
Can you
Bill.
look up Guile real quick? I'm just curious because they just announced him. Like, that's a big.
Oh,
like,
you mean Guile?
Guile.
Guile? I'm just curious if Guile can beat a 98.
Guile is at 92.
Oh, yeah, there
Okay,
you
so
go.
Ryu
Yeah.
is unbeatable. Well done, Bill.
It really he is.
Yeah.
Tim.
I'll do trending game too.
All right. Trendy
Ooh, I get to
game.
play.
Yeah.
All right. Battle Royale games or games that have a Battle Royale mode.
Oh, boy.
Oh no. Oh God. What's a battle royale?
Do you want me to give you one? I'll give you one.
No. Let's see here.
Or games that have a Battle Royale mode.
games that have a battle royale mode. No, I don't know. I really don't know. Fortnite.
There you go. That's an answer.
Yeah, Fortnite is an answer.
I gotta assume that's always popular.
Fortnite is trending at 88 points
Beat
on
that
Google
motherfucker.
Trends.
Go ahead, Ryan. What you got?
Call of Duty.
Would you like me to type in Call of Duty or the name of the Battle Royale?
Yeah.
The name of the battle royale.
Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone?
Yeah, Call of Duty Warzone.
Okay.
This is bullshit. You just fucking.
I mean,
I think he would have got more
I
with
would've
just
got
Call of
more
Duty.
points
Oh,
if it was
never
Call
mind.
of
That's a
Duty.
good chart. I'm good.
42. Tim, that's a point for you.
Amazing.
I had to clarify that.
Nah,
'cause
yeah.
if it was Call of Duty, I think I would have gotten more points.
I can't believe I didn't think of Fortnite immediately.
Yeah.
Let's see just Call of Duty, just for
We got mental
curiosity's
problems,
sake.
man.
Call of Duty itself is 44, not much
okay.
more.
Yeah.
How about that? Ryan,
Let's go with the steaming piles.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I really
steaming
like
piles.
that one. Yeah.
Yep.
All
Here
right.
we go. In this game, you can punch a journalist, friend zone a sociopath, buy a fish and a space hamster, use extremely valuable and ancient artifacts as a paperweight in your office with the space hamster. You can epically save the galaxy in your free time. 10 out of 10.
Wait, how are these negative reviews?
I didn't say they were negative. I said they were funny Steam reviews.
Oh, a steaming. Oh, I thought the whole point was it was steaming pile. It was always a bad review.
Oh, no. It's been updated, apparently.
Oh, apparently, apparently Kenny could just take our games and do whatever
It's a
he will
steaming
with
pile
them.
of ice cream.
I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know the answer?
I was busy complaining and I forgot what the review was.
I thought if anyone here would know, it would be you.
Use a space hamster as a.
Punch a journalist, friend zone a sociopath, buy a fish and a space hamster. Epically save the galaxy in your free time.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, this is Mass Effect 2, Ryan.
Oh.
How?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Space hamster.
Yeah. What is?
I think it's those little pets you can get for your office in the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's obscure.
And you can
Sure.
definitely punch a
Those are
journalist.
scary.
I do remember that.
Okay.
Space.
Yes, you can.
Bill, steaming piles, round trip, the trendy game.
Let's do round trip.
Round trip. All right, I'm going to give you all of the translations for one game. Here they are. Air service trip. October best passenger. 8-track traveler. Octo friend.
Octopath Traveler.
Octopath traveler.
Well done.
That's a good one.
Octo is a dead giveaway. I want to do a fucking
I know.
round trip.
Yeah,
It could have been Octodad,
Yeah,
right?
that's true, yeah.
round trip.
Octodad. That's a good game.
Tim,
What?
you said round trip, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. This value is me. This is my fight. Fight
This
it-
war of mine.
This war of mine is correct. You son of a bitch. How
It's
about
okay.
that?
I'm going for low scores.
Here's
Yeah.
the rest of them. Fight in this mine. This battle of my, and this is my war.
This is my war.
You know, I'm still on the fence about whether or not that's a game.
This
Which one?
war of mine.
Yeah, games
so
are supposed
depressing.
to be fun,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna
It's so much fun.
it's just gonna drag
I'm
you
not going
down,
to feed
man.
you, so you'll die. But
Bill,
it's
have you
fun.
tried out this war of mine?
I have not actually.
Oh boy. It's it's basically a simulation of what it's like to live in a war-torn country and the terrible, terrible things you have to do to survive. And you have to
Fantastic.
control
10
multiple
out of
characters.
10
Yeah, you got to
would play
control multiple
again.
characters that you have to control, like their hunger and their thirst and their health and their sleep and also their mental attitude kind of thing. So if you neglect them or if they end up doing terrible things, they feel bad about it and you have to deal with their depression And it can get so bad that they'll like be crippled by their depression. So you have to get the other people you're controlling to like help him into bed or something like that. And if you leave it
actually sounds
alone,
awesome.
it's pretty awesome, but it's fucked up because if you like leave him alone and don't, like nurture that at all, you'll just wake up the next morning and be like, oh, your character has hung himself.
Made by the people who created Gigapets. It's great.
All right. I think it was
I
Ryan.
don't know. That sounds
fun.
really
It's a
good.
good game.
Yeah.
I think it was Ryan's turn, right?
Trending, please.
Trendy game.
Oh, you got to try something here, guys.
Here we go.
All right.
Streamers or YouTubers?
Oh, PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
What a go-to.
Do you even know how
I
to
know
spell
how to
that?
spell
I have
PewDiePie.
no idea how to spell that.
75.
Yeah.
Bill.
PewDiePie.
Bill, can you give me a streamer or YouTuber name that can block Ryan's point?
I'm going to say Ninja.
Ooh,
Ninja. Just the word ninja. That counts.
That's it.
Here we go. 75 versus 71 for Ninja. There's a point for Ryan.
No one's
done.
wanting ninjas in their search.
Hey, how's Markiplier?
Ooh, type us in. What are we trying to get?
You really want to know?
No.
Yeah, why not? Do we have even a 1? I want to know.
All right, I'll find out.
Yeah, find out.
All right, Leetist.
Yeah, Leetist. It's with an I. Leftist is.
Your search doesn't seem to have, there's not enough data.
We'll get there, boys.
Whackity smackity do.
All right, Bill, round trip, steaming piles or the trendy game?
I'm going to go Steaming Piles.
All right. Here's from a review. Another 10 out of 10. Sorry, Ryan. Spent a week giving a girl flowers and buying her beer. Asked her to dance with me, and she said, ew, no. Very realistic. 10 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I have no idea. I can't even hazard a guess.
I think I may know this one.
I don't know. I'm gonna punt it to somebody else. I genuinely could not even think of something entertaining. Never mind.
Anybody know?
Stardew?
It is Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Man.
That's a game I bounced off of super hard, and I don't know why.
Oh, same boat, man.
I
keep on thinking I'm going to go back to it and try it sometime, but
That's a game
I
I
just
got
don't want to be
addicted
rejected again.
super hard. I played like over 100 hours of that game, and I loved it.
see.
Yeah.
People either love it or hate or don't like it. I just don't want to farm turnips all day. It's like I don't want to
Never.
garden
Yeah.
at all. Like I
I've
don't want
never
to
been a
do these
farming
things.
game simulator like
No, never mind.
Harvest Moon. I never really cared for. Yeah,
I'll say I don't want to harvest turnips all day, but I don't know, Animal Crossing certainly did that for me.
That's true. Tim.
Round trip.
Round trip. Here we go. I think Tim has figured out that this category is easier than the other one. Here we go.
I don't like it.
He's on the trail.
no.
Here we go. The Ministry Sample Letter. The Hungry Simulator. The Simulator of Kazi. Gobulator Simulator.
Gobulator.
Copulator.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, really?
Goat Simulator?
Goat Simulator.
Amazing.
Wow.
Gobulators.
Gobulator.
Goabu later, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Ryan.
I want to keep with trends because I can do this
Trendy
one
game?
maybe.
All right. This is the last one in the trendy
No,
game.
no.
Here you
That's
go.
my only chance.
Bethesda games or franchises?
Okay.
Ryan's drooling
that's
right
gotta
now.
be Starbound.
Yeah, that's a good one. Starbound.
Starfield.
Starfield. Oh, I'll give you
Whatever
Starfield.
it's
All right, here we
called.
go.
Starfield.
Ryan, I got a
whatever.
Red Bull with my
What's it
fridge.
called?
Would you like it?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
I'll be right
dying
back.
right now, guys.
Starfield is trending at 11 points right now.
Really?
Yep.
Wow,
I don't
that's
think
surprising.
you typed it in right. It's all one word.
I know. Yes, I know.
Type it in 2 separate words.
Bill, give me a
There's
Bethesda
no
game
way.
or franchise.
I'm gonna go Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Always popular.
Drum roll. 49 points for Skyrim versus 11 for
That's
Starfield.
gotta be
I am
wrong.
surprised at that.
That's
That's
gotta
surprising.
be wrong. You typed
That's
it
very
in wrong.
surprising.
That is surprising.
Starfeld.
Did you type it in
I was going to
Starbound?
say,
Maybe people don't remember the name like you and Bill.
No.
I was going to say star
Can
something
you
as
try
well, but
type in Starbound? I'm just curious.
Starbound.
I'm thinking that's
Starbound is at a 90.
no.
I should have stuck with Starbound.
What is Starbound? Is that even anything?
Oh, God.
Starbound.
It's every.
Did you mean Starfield?
Oh my!
Starbound is a video game.
Oh, man.
An adventure
like it.
game developed and published by Chucklefish. Interesting.
I like Chucklefish.
Oh, God.
Sounds familiar. All right. Bill, the trendy game is now gone.
Starbound?
insane.
Starfield? I don't know.
Trendy game is now
That's
gone
insane.
to never return.
Round trip or steaming piles?
I'm going to do round trip.
Round trip. This is the last one in round trip. And the hardest one, because it's the last one. They get harder. Here we go.
Fantastic.
But I got more of them for you, so here we go. The crawling soul, the fuck of the soul, tongue raise, mental attitude, the soul was farter, in the lane of the spirit.
Well, a lot of soul talk there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just got to say Dark Souls.
No, I'm sorry. This one is Spiritfarer.
Wait, what was the fart one?
The soul was farter.
The spirit farer.
Yeah.
Soul is farter.
The soul was
All
farter.
right, yeah,
Everybody
there you
knows
go.
that.
The fuck of the soul.
The
is one
fuck of the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the lane of the spirit. Tim.
What's left?
All we have left is steaming piles. So
Let's
here
do
we
it.
go.
Yeah.
All right. One person said, it's all right, got bored pretty quick with 18,543 hours logged. And another person said,
I love those.
if you bind the forward button to your mouse, you can play Pyro and eat at the same time.
TF2.
TF2.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's right up your alley, bud.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Apparently it's not anymore. Oh, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Fuck, I got to remember we have a podcast where we talk about games every week.
What do we do? You know, it's great because it's kind of like we have like a chronicle of our lives that we
That's
can just
true.
go back to.
All right, Ryan, last one.
All right.
Hardest one in steaming piles.
Oh, okay.
All right. They activated me, a blank agent, in the world's darkest hour. The time had come. I left my wife and child behind and headed for the nightmare that New York City had become. I didn't know if I'd ever see him again. I had my orders. I fought my way through black screens and sound bugs. I endured. My mission? Simple. Try on every beanie, hat, and scarf in the city.
Black screen and glitch
Black screens and sound bugs.
and sound bugs.
In the beginning was they activated me, a blank agent, and that was a blank that I took out.
Hitman?
I'm sorry. That's a good guess there for agent. Division agent.
Wow.
Beanie
Damn.
hats and
Oh,
scarves.
man.
I like how you just like
That
suddenly put it in a
game.
hard one.
Yeah, that was a tough one, right?
That was a joke. No joke.
Tim has run away with this game.
Do you think that person writing that review was like, I am so fucking clever?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm writing this review. Someone's going to take it and they're going to put it into a podcast.
I can't wait for all those
swear.
internet points
Yeah.
I'm about to get. This
Yeah.
is going to be great, guys.
Tim, 5 points. Bill, 3 points. Ryan, 1 point. Tim
Hey, I
is
did
the
it.
winner of Are You Smarter Than a Leet Gamer?
Congrats.
I thought you were going to hit the applause again, and I was going to get 2. I gotta take a second here, guys, because it's time to give a huge shout out to our incredible patrons. Gentlemen, we have a new patron.
Oh, yeah.
He broke the seal. Our very good friend, Ross Varner, is now a friend Leet. So thank you so much, my dude. We really appreciate you, and we hope you enjoy the extra content. So we also want to hella appreciate Dark Helmet, Zach, huge thanks. Huge thanks to you, Retro Game Brew, Spoof Shot, my coordinator, Kyle Harvey, Lemons, Andrew Morris, Brandon Walls, Andy, a.k.a. HobbyTime168, and Isaac at Economechanic, and the man, the myth, Emo-esque. We massively appreciate your support of the show. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. You guys are truly Leet. Patrons of the Leetist can get access to all kinds of goodies from us, including show shout-outs like the ones you just heard, bonus episodes like the ones you'll hear later, experimental content, game transcripts, and more. Your funds help us with upkeep, upgrades, equipment, prizes, and merch, paying Bill for being on the show. And
Don't tell Bill. Now he's gonna expect it.
for more info about becoming a patron of the show, check out patreon.com/theleetist.
Yeah, for just $1, you can get the show a day earlier than everyone else, a day and some change earlier, like right when I get done editing the friggin' thing. And just for $3, you can get bonus content and an additional 30 minutes to lead us every week and other goodies on Patreon. Thank you so much, Patreons.
Thank you, friends.
Thanks.
Bill, I was looking at your podcast right before we started, and I realized that you started your show like the exact same time we did last year. I think we also started in May of 2021.
Yep. Yeah, I think mine was May 15th, if I'm not mistaken.
You know the exact date. We don't. We need to be good at that, right?
I'm taking a wild guess. I'm assuming that's correct, though.
I think you are right. But yeah, tell us a little bit about starting it, why you wanted to start it, and what you do at A Gamer Looks at 40.
Yeah, well, like all good things, the idea came in the shower, right? I mean, that's where all great things are born,
A
right?
lot of good things happen in the shower.
Indeed.
Shut up, Ryan. All right, moving forward.
I've been workshopping podcast ideas for a while, and I was humming the tune "A Pirate Looks at 40" by the aforementioned Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
and I realized I adapted "A Gamer Looks at 40." And I realized that it could be the oral history of my history with games and everybody else I know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a documentary style show where we go through different eras and games, and lots of different people share their stories with it. And it's really about finding the heart and soul behind the medium as opposed to the nuts and bolts. So yeah, just think of it like little mini Ken Burns documentaries, again, tracking different eras and games. And there's also other little long form interviews in there and other such things that I hope are a lot of fun. An upcoming interview I actually did yesterday. Very excited about. Really haven't announced this yet, so this may be
breaking news.
Breaking news. I don't think I've announced it yet. I chatted with 3 ex-editors of EGM.
Oh, wow.
Greg Seward, CJ, and Dan Shu, of course, CJ and Greg from the Player One podcast. Mm-hmm. And we talked about the days of EGM for about an hour, kind of just talking about how the magazine worked, what it was like to be in that environment during a really interesting time during games, late 90s, early 2000s. So it was fun. And so that's going to be coming up soon.
Yeah, that's super freaking cool, man. Oh my God.
Have you tried to, or I'm assuming you're familiar with the gaming historian, who's very incredible YouTuber.
Get that guy.
Well, I was curious. Yeah. Have you ever tried to reach out to him? Maybe
not going to lie. I'm shameless about just reaching out to people to see what happens because you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. Last year around the holidays, if you remember, there was a movie 8-Bit Christmas that came out.
Yeah, I saw that
around the holidays.
That's right,
2021.
Yeah,
I sneak invited the author and screenwriter of it, and he agreed. Like I sneak invited him on Twitter.
You do
because his DMs weren't open.
Yeah,
and I just hey,
the DMs are down.
Like,
go. Start shooting.
Yeah, it was interesting chatting with him about his history with games and making a movie. During COVID, kind of like what that was like. And I'm a firm believer. If you want someone on your show, you think they're interesting, just ask. And if they say no, well, all it did was waste 5 minutes of your time asking. So
that's something I really love about your show, man. I really, really dig just the perspective from people from all over, it's everybody from this unfamous person to this person who was, special or still is special. And you get all these different perspectives. But in the end, it's all just real people. It doesn't feel like a lot of fluff. It doesn't necessarily feel like I'm listening to a documentary or anything like that. It just feels like I'm chatting and hanging out with normal people. It kind of reminds me of what we like doing on this one as well, kind of thing. We don't really think about doing hard-hitting stuff. We don't think about going deep into the nuts and bolts. We think about let's have fun and let's talk about like just things that are exciting to talk about.
There's no storyboarding or pre-planning. We literally, it's a lot of off the cuff. And I think that's what's good about having a guest on, especially when you're kind of more chill like that. It makes it more approachable for people to come in and be themselves. And every guest we've had that. We've had everyone kind of go like, oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't have to change my demeanor or anything like that. It's very approachable, and having people that can do that gets you better results.
Yeah, and I feel that with your show, definitely. It's just I love hearing the cadence. I love the format of it too. The last episode I listened to when you guys were going over I think Shadows of the Empire. And you were just like, here's this person's opinion on it. Here's this person's opinion on it. How do you...
IG-88's stage. That was bullshit, right?
That was Ord Mantell Junkyard. We can talk about that for a while. First of all, I got a bone to pick. I love that game. And all of you and your guests are all full of it because that game is wonderful.
It's a half a good game. It's half a good game.
Half a good game. If you're talking about the first stage with the Hoth battle, yes, you're right. That is correct. Yes.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. It's interesting, and you're talking about having different people who are, again, just regular people. That's intentional. I want to be a venue for people to tell stories no one else would ever hear that are actually rather interesting. For example, I'm now recording tons of interviews for a massive Legend of Zelda retrospective. Nice. That's probably going to take 2.5 months because we're going through the entire franchise rather.
Yeah, so wow. You're going, Are you
it's
just
insane.
Is it like the main line ones, or are you going really into the weeds with your like Minish Cap and your Story of Seasons and stuff like that?
Yeah, it really depends on what people have played, so the show is very content reliant, so I don't go into it saying here's what I need for the most part. Mm-hmm. What can I get? And then if I get a bunch of people talking about Minish Cap, then I'll do that, or I'll reorganize the episodes where it's handheld and we'll talk. Lots of people talk Link's Awakening, but not even up Four Swords or whatever, Oracle of Seasons, right? I have one person who loved that game, so we talked about it for 15 minutes. Yeah. But I have one person on the show who's been on a bunch, and he's just, again, a regular person from Facebook. I put out a call in one of my, groups. Hey, want to be on the show? Mm-hmm. Turns out, through the course of conversation, he worked on the Symphony of the Goddesses. The orchestral concert.
I went to that concert. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It was awesome. One of the coolest concerts I've ever gone to.
I see you have an episode on here about Fester's Quest. That's a game that I played the hell out of when I was a kid, and I've tried
proud of you, Kenny.
I've tried to bring it here to the podcast and with audio clues and songs from it, and it was just like no one knew what it was. I was sad.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's a disaster. Yeah, but anyway, it turns out he'd worked on that show, and he got to meet Miyamoto and Koji Kondo and all these legends. So now we're talking for 20 minutes about these people he'd met and actually had regular interactions with, like Reggie Fils-Aimé. And he's like, he's huge and intimidating, but a sweetheart of a guy. So that's cool.
Man.
I still need to.
So there you go. That's what's cool. Yeah.
He had just released that book. Reggie did.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
It's supposed to be really in depth with the whole cycle from GameCube on. So
was there aspects of your personal life or what you do just as your day to day or anything like that kind of led up to starting the podcast, or was it just something you decided to do and thought it'd be fun and go do it? I mean, do you think this was something that was building up inside of you to make this awesome show?
Yeah, well, I've been doing radio/podcast since I did radio in college, and then my first podcast was in 2005.
Okay,
when nobody knew what the hell podcasts were. It was like me, Ricky Gervais, Adam Carolla, and Joe Rogan.
You had all those guys on your show?
Every single one. They're all big gamers. But it wasn't a video game show. It was a music show. And then I did another one that was hockey-based with my friend about 6 years after that. And again, I was just like, God, I got the bug again. I have a friend who does a show called Games My Mom Found. And I started guesting on his show.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I really love this. I miss this so much. So that was when the idea swirling began. And like I said, I workshopped a couple shows with local friends of mine, and then this was it. It was just hit me like a bolt. Boop. Then once it hit, I was like, there it is.
Awesome.
Thank
man.
you.
You definitely got a
world.
winner. I think this is good stuff, and I'm looking forward to hearing
and
more of the stuff you guys and the work you put into it. So when you talk to these people, do you just kind of say, I'm free on Tuesday. Are you free on Tuesday? Can we talk about
Basically.
Star Wars real quick? You know, because that's perfect.
Basically. Yeah, I basically know, hey, you want to come on the show Tuesday night, whatever, they come on. We usually talk about an hour and change. I just think that's a comfortable amount of time for an interview, you know, respecting people's time. I take that interview, I put it into the editing program, I cut it up into the little bits, you know, based on the topics that we discussed, and then I throw them into the appropriate show folders. And when I get enough stuff in a folder, then the episode's ready. And then I just throw it into the editing program, then do the audio, and then do the voiceover, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So I like the fact I get to do the little side shows with my brother talking about the old games we got from our Aunt Nancy that just take 10 minutes to put together. Just talk for half an hour, boom, paste it in, audio, boop.
What is a game that really invokes that nostalgic, like the warm and fuzzies of like what gaming amalgamated to you later on in life? Like what was a game that really did that for you?
Well, for me, it's very interesting you say that. On one of my earlier episodes, I do an SNES retrospective, which I'm going to have to do it again because that was very short. It was early on, not a lot of guests. And at the beginning of that episode, my brother found the VHS tape my dad took of us getting our Super Nintendo in like 1992. So at the beginning of the show is 5 minutes of me freaking out as an 11-year-old or whatever it was. And the game I received was Mario Paint.
Nice.
And I think Mario Paint for me,
interesting.
It's one of those formative games because it bridges so many gaps. It was the first time I'd held the mouse in my hand.
Oh, wow.
It was a creative software. When I'm 11. There's no 1992, I think, or 92. I had no access to a computer, to a drawing program, to a music program. I spent hours and hours, and it was a creative outlet where the rest of the stuff we had was, Turtles in Time and Mario, and those were fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, but Mario Paint was this special experience that I think I'm still always chasing as a modern gamer, right? What are those special experiences that kind of transcend the usual tropes and styles? That's why I like Walking Sim so much, because there are these weird intersections of cinema and storytelling and game. And, those are the things that kind of gravitate towards now as a gamer. And that game was very influential in me discovering a creative voice when I really didn't think I had one, So my brother especially too, we both have extremely fond memories of Mario Paint.
Yeah.
And as I'm thinking about it, we should definitely do an episode on it, just to get my brother and I talking about it, because again, very formative.
I think that's the thing for me too. Like growing up with my brother, and we're about 2 years apart from each other, and a lot of the games we played together, it's like seared into my brain of like how much that really like transform my gaming world. Like Mortal Kombat was a big one for us, and all we would do is we would rent the game and practice doing the fatalities because all we wanted to see were the animations for the fatalities, obviously before getting videos to watch like any of those or YouTube. So it was like this weird kind of like, man, whenever I think of Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, I think of that time, and it's like really one of those special memories, and that's what I love about games. Is they can invoke something in you that
for sure. Yeah.
Are you in the VR world at all, Bill? Do you do VR?
No, I never. I don't have room for it. I have children, and they take all the room everywhere. So I have no room for literally anything. So no, I never have. And whenever I've had my head in a VR headset, I get kind of wonky. If for some reason my brain doesn't work well with it. But it's been a few years since I've tried it. I'm sure the technology's improved, but no VR for me.
I would think in the next few years they're going to be a little less bulky and easier to use. And I think just when you were saying that stuff and talking about Mario Paint and the kind of experiences that are there's not many of them, but there's some in VR that are really kind of blow my mind as far as the potential of where this stuff is going. And I think a few more years it'll be a lot easier for everyone to jump into that world. Yeah.
So when can folks find new episodes of your show?
New episodes every Monday. So it's a weekly show. Every other week. So the main episodes are every Monday, and then every other Monday is a side show, whether it be Tales from the Bargain Bin, or I do have a small show that I'm trying to get people on for called The Walk Never Ends, which is about walking simulators, kind of discussing them as intersections of art and cinema and games. And then just random stuff. I mean, camping. last week, and it was disaster. So I'm going to talk with my brother-in-law, who is an expert camper, about my disastrous experience attempting to be a camper person in Texas in 100-degree heat with my family. So a lot of it kind of shoot the shit stuff, but the main episodes are every other week, and then between those, so every week there's content, and if you become a patron, you get those episodes on Friday as opposed to Monday.
Hey, all podcasters think alike in that sense.
The early shows are fun. Again, like I said, they get released on Friday. That way, if you're like doing yard work or cleaning the house on the weekend, going someplace, you get an opportunity to listen to the show while you're doing just that. And like a private RSS feed, and sometimes I'll throw up polls. I should probably put more time into my Patreon than I do. But it's just one of those things. It's an opportunity for those who want to support the show to do so. And I don't put too much. How's this for a salesperson? I don't put too much effort into it or thought into it. So if you feel like donating a couple bucks,
Give me
it's
money.
$2. Yeah, just give me $2 if you like me. And that's basically it. It's basically charity.
Just hold up a sign and say, "We'll podcast for money." And there you go.
Oh, man, it was great talking to you. It was great getting to know you and getting to know more about your show and everything, getting the history and letting people know what you're into. And do you want to play some more games?
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Oh, bitchin'. Let's do it. All right, we're playing the movie game Smashup. This is a classic. Am I
It's
right?
a good one.
So I'm going to read you guys a clue that I have written, and the answer to that clue is a movie and a game smashed together. Not necessarily in that order. Could be the game first, could be the movie first. They'll be connected through one word or sound, okay? So, for example, here's the one that we put on Twitter, and I've been doing these weekly on Twitter. So I've had to dig deep into my brain cavity. You guys are going to get some tougher ones because of that. So just realize that's the reality now after having done this for 3 months straight and done this game 3 or 4 times in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not scraping because I'm very creative. But so, for example, one that I put on this week was, okay, here's the example. Here's the clue. I mean, if I were in Shooter McGavin's position, I'd have just uppercutted him into a spike pit and been done with it.
Happy Gilmore Combat. Happy Gilmore
Happy
Combat.
Gilmore Mortal Kombat. Happy Gilmore.
The answer is
wow.
the
Okay.
answer is Happy Gil Mortal Kombat.
That is correct.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Oh boy.
So yeah, when you smash it, it's Happy Gilmore Mortal Kombat. Happy Gil
This is
Mortal
going to be one
Kombat.
of those moments for me where my brain's going to melt for a second.
Yeah, don't feel bad. Everybody's got to get into like that headspace for this category
it does
because at
take a
first
few.
you go, I don't know how to think, and then you realize it, and then maybe by like round 4 or 5, we totally get it. I'll give you guys one more here. Okay. Bound to your wheelchair, witness the chaos ensuing from your apartment as your neighborhood is swallowed up by a hole moving around on the ground.
So it's Donut County and Secret Window? Rear Window? Secret? No.
Yeah, Ryan was there. So this is not the actual one. This is one I put on Twitter. So it's
Sure.
Rear Window Nut County.
Oh, Rear Window.
Oh my God, my head hurts.
Jeez, this is not. Oh, I can't think laterally like that.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Okay.
So one of the
That'd be wonderful.
one of the fun things that we do with this one is that if whoever's up gives up, that is totally fine. You guys are encouraged to work together to try to figure out what the clue is, because they can get tough. Kenny 1-2, Ryan 3-4, and Bill 5-6. Ryan, you are up first.
Oh, joy.
Okay, buddy. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Not sponsoring us, but you can AutoZone if you'd
But
like.
check out stamps.com.
Yeah, stamps.com.
Nationwide is on your side. Okay, here's your first one. The series of films got pretty dark once Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum found that sword made of demon bones.
Okay, sword made of demon bones. So the movie's Three Ninjas, and the sword made of demon bones. Three Ninja Gaiden.
That is correct.
Oh,
Amazing. That's what I was going to say.
I had to like literally piece that in my head.
Yeah, I also went with the fact that there's not a lot of games that start with ninja. So, like...
Well, I didn't know demon bone. Like, I was like, what?
I think that's only one of the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're good on that one. Yeah. There's one sword that's made of demon bones. All right. Okay.
All right, there we go.
All right, Bill. Here we go. What kind of god will you be? A benevolent savior of humanity, or the kind of monster that thinks dressing up the Wayans brothers in drag would make for a quality film?
All right, so white chicks obviously for the movie.
This is a good one. I like this one.
This is good. Oh gosh, I got it. Now here's the question though: is the order the same? So like if the movie is the second one, that's the second one in the word.
It could be either way, either direction. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
White chicks.
Oh, this is good.
I can't.
I
Oh
like
wow!
this one
I mean,
a lot.
It's an older game. It's a pretty classic franchise. Yeah.
Can I give him a little bit of a?
You got to let him give up
nudge?
first. You got to opt for
help
from the crowd
okay.
first. Yeah.
Okay.
oh man, I can't get it. I'm gonna tap out on
Can
this
I
one.
nudge you a little?
Yes,
Peter
by all means.
Molyneux game. It's a Peter Molyneux game, and he had two of them that came out.
I didn't know that.
Not Fable.
Yep.
What? Fable? I mean,
He had a game where you play as a god that you mess with things.
Yeah.
And
So this is
that would be. Do you want me to just say it?
Yeah,
Black
please, by all
and
means,
white
Ryan.
chicks.
Yeah,
Black and
Ryan's
white
got it.
chicks.
Black and white chicks is
Black
the
and
answer to
white.
that one.
Black
yeah.
and white.
oh,
Black and white is the
okay,
game.
that was Peter Molyneux. Okay, wow. All right, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
Wow, I
the
didn't
other
realize.
game I was trying to think of that starts with
Black
an
and White
S?
2.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never heard of Black and White, so I was totally.
You've never heard of Black and White?
Uh-uh.
Oh wow, that's
all
a
the
good game. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
All right, Kenny. Now this one, I'm going to go ahead and just say this ahead of time: is that this is a sound connection rather than a word connection.
Oh, good.
Okay, so
Okay.
you're going to be flowing seamlessly into the second thing.
Okay,
All right, it's one of those tough ones.
sure.
Yeah.
This ultra-fast parkour slasher was tough enough as it is without going up against El Guapo and the Invisible Swordsman.
Parkour slasher. Yeah, parkour slasher makes me think of Dying Light, but I think you would have said zombies if it was what other parkour? And also, I know what the movie is. It's Three Amigos. So, what other part? Isn't like Mirror's Edge like a parkour game? I've never played it before. Fuck. Dying Light and Three Amigos don't go together, do they? Balls. I'll have to throw in the towel and get help. What do you guys got for
All
me?
right.
Do you know anything, Ryan?
Do I know anything? So mirrors. Yeah, you're.
It's like a fast Mirror's Edge, and you're using a sword.
Oh,
Ghost. It was a Ghost
Three
Runner.
Ghost Runners.
That is correct.
That's it.
3 Ghost Runner.
Yeah.
I should have
It's
got
okay,
that.
bud.
You should have got that
That was
one.
that was a tough
Yeah,
one.
that was a tough one because you get that's the first sound one. There's going to be
Yeah.
some of these in this game, but not a lot. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, Ryan. Here we go.
There you go.
One of the most beloved stealth action PS1 games, especially at this table, could have only been improved with big animated tits and a rockin' 80s soundtrack.
Oh, that's easy. God damn it. I wanted that one.
Twisted heavy metal.
No, that is wrong.
It is Heavy Metal Gear Solid.
That is
Gear Solid.
correct.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. My head is like, I was like twisted heavy metal. I was like, that would be good too.
Heavy Metal Gear Solid. All right, Bill, on to you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The story of a reformed neo-Nazi that somehow missed his shot, even though there was a 90% hit chance and the gun is literally in the alien's face. What the hell, man?
I know what game it is.
Okay. Wow. I thought I knew something until I didn't know it anymore, and now I don't know anything. How's that?
That's life.
How's
in
that for
general.
I can do
how's
it again. I'll
that
do
for an
this one
emotional
again.
journey? So I almost want to say it's American History X. I don't think, but I don't know if that's right.
I think you're on the right track.
Okay.
Can I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, shut your mouth.
I will.
Then so the game though,
Oh, I know it now.
Yeah.
the male alien's
yeah.
mouth, 90% chance. It seems almost Fallout. American History X. It's not gonna be a Fallout. I mean,
You're right there.
Not a-
You're right there. You're like literally saying part
oh
of it.
come on, damn it!
Here, let's try this.
I don't understand how
American History X.
X.
And then say one more very short word.
Giving you all they can. Giving you all they
Maybe a
Captain.
2K game.
All right.
I don't.
Buzz
don't.
this
I don't.
man.
American History XCOM.
That is correct.
XCOM.
Yeah.
Oh, Alien. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I've never played an
90%
XCOM game. I've never
so
played an
true.
XCOM game.
I had to go with like the old meme where you like literally see the gun in the alien's face and it's
you
still an
still-
Oh, I
85%
see.
hit
Yeah.
chance. That's a meme.
First
worthy
thing I
right
thought
there.
of was apt pupil, actually.
apt pupil.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know what that is? Let me tell you about apt pupil. So Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me were both in the same book of short stories by Stephen King.
Oh.
There's a third story in that book called Apt Pupil about a kid who discovers his neighbor used to be a Nazi and then blackmails him into like teaching him tehistory lessons and about like, so that's what that is. And it was Brad Renfro, I think, who died very young, an actor. Thank you very much. I'm Kenny. Next.
Wow, that was impressive. All right,
Cool.
Well, you are next. Let's see if you can keep
I've
up with that.
learned nothing from this.
Let's see if you can keep with that big brain. All right, here we go.
All right.
The lighthearted nature of this trek up a mountain was seriously diminished when the 2008 housing bubble burst.
Okay. That's the Big Short. And then the first thing I thought was getting. Oh wait, nope. The Big Short Hike.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I know everybody else's. Mine are just complete
That is the
failures.
name of the game on this one for sure.
yeah.
The Big Short Hike.
I was trying to do Getting Over It first with the Big Short, which was not working. So.
All right, Ryan, here we go.
All right, here we go.
The only thing that's going to stand in the way of his dreams of becoming a famous musician is dinosaurs.
Oh boy. Oh, I know this. I know it immediately.
I know the game.
To Rock of Ages?
No,
is
I'm
it?
afraid not. That was really
Oh.
close.
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Rock of
Turok
Ages
Star.
is the
That was
same
a
thing
good-
too, though.
yeah.
I think I should get a point for that one.
Does it,
Rock of Ages.
does it
Rock
show
of
him-
Ages is all about
Rock of Ages is
becoming a
about
famous musician?
Yeah, becoming a famous musician.
Everybody agree?
I feel like that could be something Ryan's making up, and maybe the story is not.
I'll give another point. Ryan, congratulations.
Although that one's good too, To Rock of Ages or To
Rockstar. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so Ryan's got 2 points. Kenny's got 1. Bill's still sitting with a goose egg, but we're going to change that. Here we go. Bill, this is a hard one. It's a 2008 Coen Brothers movie mixed with a weapons-based fighting game series, and I can't think of a clever clue, but I like the answer, so figure it out.
Oh my God.
Well then. It's a 2008 Coen Brothers. Yes.
Wait.
So 2008. I'm gonna say not 2008. Fargo was not in 2008. I'll say maybe Oh Brother Who Art Thou might be 2008. I don't know the dates though. As much as I love the Coen Brothers, I don't know if I know the
And
dates.
I'll
very
give you a little
well.
hint on this one. This one's a little lesser known than other Coen Brothers movies, but it was hilarious.
Oh. Okay.
Raising Arizona, of course, might fit that bill.
2008, though.
I mean, I'm trying to think weapons based. Was Soul Calibur weapons based? I'm trying to think. No, was it? I don't know fighting games either. I'm not a pro on those.
All right. I will
Yeah.
say that I know a couple movies this could be. Burn After Reading.
Is that
I
Coen
think
Brothers?
That's Coen Brothers, and it came out around
Yep,
that time.
it is.
Also, A Serious Man, I think, also came out in that time frame. Those are two
Around there.
comedies in that Coen Brothers.
But
comedy.
how does that work with?
I thought maybe
Soul
you would
Calibur?
know the name
Soul
of the game.
Calibur is the game for sure.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because it's the only weapon-based combat fighting game that I know of.
Oh. Is there a Coen Brothers movie that ends with Soul?
I'm trying to go through the mental filmography.
Starts with Caliber or Burr?
So
So Caliburn after reading?
That is
There
correct.
you go.
wow,
As
the
soon
sound,
as
the
Kenny-
sound.
As soon as Kenny was like, Burr? I'm like, oh, okay.
I was getting it right when you were saying it too.
Maybe I can start giving that one away. If it's going to be a sound
Sound,
connection
yeah,
or a
yeah.
word
Let's-
connection kind of thing, it might help.
Sound is tough.
Yeah,
I
sound
do
is
like
tough.
how we work together on these, though.
I always like to
Really
cite,
good
and I
movie.
was telling email about this the other day, is that the time I tried to make up a clue that was, the answer was an American president evil. that was unfair.
That one's a good one. That's a good one, though.
All right. Okay. All
President
right.
evil.
Kenny, you're up.
Yeah.
Become your ancestor and sneak around the desert killing folks, but try not to get buried up to your neck in sand by Leslie Nielsen.
So, Assassin's Creed. And then Leslie Nielsen movies. Okay, we got Naked Gun. We got Airplane. Was he in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Keep going.
I just
bud.
wanted to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
Spy Hard.
This was a different role for Leslie Nielsen. Around the same time that he was popular for his comedy, this was not a comedy.
Oh, then I might not know what this is at all then.
Mm-hmm.
This might be out of my wheelhouse then.
Leslie Nielsen. Not comedy role.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw in the towel because I cannot think of
I'm trying to think of one of the not comedy roles.
I'll give you another hint. You guys want another hint?
Yeah.
Buried up to your neck in sand.
Yeah.
That was Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Yeah, no clue. Tap.
All right.
I don't know.
that's
I don't know the
toughy.
The
movie.
movie. It's Creep Show.
Creep Show.
Assassin's Creep Show.
Creep shit.
Assassin's Creep Show.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's very
he
good.
was in Creep Show.
I don't know that movie
I
at
don't
all.
remember that at all.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say they're getting harder, but actually just getting better and funnier.
Yeah, they
so
are.
Here comes the good ones.
Here comes a funny.
This is after
who's this
the
one
This is
for?
Ryan.
It's me.
This was after the White Claws.
This is when the White Claws start kicking in.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
This colorful 2D beat 'em up with the 3D cell shading might have been improved with the inclusion of whistling bungholes, spleen splitters, whisker biscuits, honky lighters, hoosker doos, hoosker don'ts, cherry bombs, nipsey daisers, with or without the scooter stick, or one single whistling kitty chaser.
All right. So Joe Dirt for sure. And the game. Oh, man. Cell shaded fighting game.
2D beat 'em up with 3D cell shading.
Oh. 2D beat 'em up. Final fight.
I think I have this one, but
Ooh.
Oh.
It's got to be a more modern one, right? With the cell shading.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm going to pass it to the group.
Bill, do you know?
yep, I think I have it. Beautiful Joe Dirt.
That is correct.
That's awesome, man. I
That was
don't
premiere.
remember
Let's go.
Beautiful Joe at
Okay.
all. Yeah.
All right, Bill, here's a chance of points here. The only way you're going to possibly survive this future robot assassin is to build a base underground that you can customize it too.
So future robot assassin. I'm assuming Terminator. And then customize it in basement and customize it.
I'll go ahead and give a hit on this one. This was also a mobile game. Probably primarily a mobile game.
Oh, mobile game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But a very, very popular one. So I'm not.
I know what the game is, but I can't
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
think
yeah,
of how it connects to a Terminator, but go for it.
Is it maybe it's one of the sequels?
Oh, I know. Okay, I know how it connects now.
Terminator. Oh, you know what it is? I know. Okay, I know. I think I know I can see it. It doesn't help me if I can see it. Seeing doesn't help in these scenarios.
Describe it in your
Doing
mind
is-
eye.
Oh, what the hell? Fuck. Man.
Yeah. That's a.
Oh,
I'm trying to think.
I can see it.
How
I can
would
see it.
connect, though.
I totally know the answer, by the way.
Yeah,
You can go for it. I'm gonna.
All right, it's-
I'll
Fallout Shell Terminator.
that is correct. Fallout Shell Terminator.
I see this. The sounds. I can't do the sounds. The sounds I cannot do
Shell.
All right, Kenny, you ready?
Terminator.
Yeah, I'm ready.
because I wasn't. Oh man.
Oh my
played a lot of
god,
Fallout
that's
Shelter.
Okay,
beautiful.
here's the next one.
Yep.
I dreamed a dream of a Mexican Metroidvania.
Well, I got the game.
I'm not sure. Do
and,
you?
And then your
I know.
music.
I know what it is. Oh God, I know what it is. I know all of them. Other people except for mine. How is that possible?
Oh, that's good.
It is really good.
That's good.
It's really freaking good.
Yes, now I got
Here,
it. I got
I'll
it.
let Bill say it because
Yeah,
I don't
go
know.
ahead,
Go ahead,
Bill.
Bill.
It's Guaca Les Miserables.
Guacamole Miserable is correct.
That's really good.
When I thought about that one, I had to go run into the bathroom where Kathy was showering to tell her that I made that one up, and I was so excited about it.
That's so good.
That one's good. Yeah,
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
All right.
That's funny.
That's clippable.
I think it was Ryan.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it was Tchaikovsky that once said that ballet is the car combat of the arts.
Oh, Call Combat is Twisted Metal. Well,
I know it.
Now we're there. The movie, however, I've never heard that reference.
Tchaikovsky never did actually say that ballet is the car combat.
Hold on. Now, knowing me, do you think I've seen this movie?
I don't think it matters.
It's famous enough that you should
It's
know
famous
what
enough,
it is
yeah.
and what it's about, I would think. Yeah.
All right.
You've been living under a rock.
Twisted Full Metal Jacket.
Nope, that's wrong. What do you guys think?
Twisted Metal Black Swan.
That is correct. I had to go along with Andy saying that we always reference Twisted Metal Black.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And so that's a thing we do now. So it's Twisted Metal Black Swan.
See, I had both of those.
don't
I had
know
Twisted
Black
Metal
Swan.
and Black Swan, but I didn't know there was a Twisted Metal Black. So that would have been extremely. I've never heard of that. So
All right, Bill, here we go. With the latest in the series showcased at Summer Games Fest, I'm glad they changed the logo, but I'm still shocked they went with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill.
okay, so this would be. So I'm assuming Street Fighter 6, and Channing Tatum is 22 or 20. So, well, is it either 22 Jump Street Fighter 6 or
That'll
23?
work.
There you go.
Totally work.
We'll
You
take
got it,
22
Bill.
or 21.
Amazing.
You
All
got
right,
it.
on the board.
All right. Canny.
Yeah.
I bet Pooh, Marge, and Ned would rather you not hit me. Hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me harder. Hit me harder. In that big pink car of yours.
What movie is that? I feel like there's a lot of movies where people ask someone to hit them.
This is a pretty famous movie for. That's like a pretty big scene.
Is it possibly Raging Bull? Which I don't think I've ever sat down and watched the whole thing. We're talking, but Simpsons Road. Okay, The Simpsons Road Raging Bull.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Well done. Well pieced
Wow.
together. Bill, I got to tell you, man, there's nothing like watching these guys, like the gears
Oh my
spin
God.
in their head at the table during this thing. It is the most beautiful thing. All right, Brian,
The
I say
smoke that must be filling the room as you guys.
there's like
it's
flies
palpable.
like buzzing around, and one landed on Ryan's eye.
Oh, yeah, no, I never blink.
All right, Ryan, I saved this one for you, buddy.
Oh, fun.
All right. Ironic that it was a stop-motion horror film. I bet gamers wish they could stop the motion of the nuclear payload so they had more time to clear all the buildings out of the way.
Okay. Blast Core. It's the game. Stop motion horror.
Horror is not my genre for movies. It sounds like Tim Burton, but I don't know if that's true.
Well, it's not.
I'm going to say it's got a Burton-esque feel, but it's not a Burton movie.
I got it.
It's
I think I got
not
it.
a Burton film.
It's not a Burton film, but it's got the Burton feel.
It's actually not. You're right.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it seems like it would be, but it's not.
Coraline is a stop motion horror film, kind of, but
I think you have the answer now. Now that I've heard
I
you
don't
say
think
that.
it Blast Coral. How does that work
Just
though?
say
With
it.
that Blast Coraline.
That's exactly how it goes.
No,
Well
but
done, Ryan.
you need corp in there.
It's Blast Core.
Yeah. So I was going to say Blast Corpse Bride.
Oh, Blast Corpse Ride would have
That'll work
been
too.
really
I'll
good.
take both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Blast
nice.
Core. Blast Core is the name of the game. Blast Corpse is how it's spelled, but that's not how it's pronounced. The P
Corp.
is silent.
It
Blast Coraline.
is. I've been saying corp wrong this whole time.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that's actually.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go, Bill. I don't know what I'd rather face. Reavers or the goddamn electric vines in the dam level.
Reavers.
Does that ring to you at all? Reavers?
Spark Joy.
It is. It sounds very familiar, but I think games and movies are ripe with enemies with the word
Yeah.
like reapers, reavers,
Yeah.
yeah. So reaver, and then something about those damn electric. Say it. Could you do it one more time, please?
I don't know what I'd rather face. Reavers or the goddamned electric vines in the dam level. DAM, dam level.
So I'm assuming it's that in the dam level is Ninja Turtles. So I'm assuming it's Ninja Turtles. Could it possibly be No, it's not Blade. It's not Blade 2 or Blade Teenage. That'd be too much of a stretch. I think.
Yeah, Blade Teenage.
Is it Matrix?
Blade 2.
No, they weren't
Reavers
called
are-
Reavers.
You can take the sky from me.
Yeah. Who directed it?
Take my love, take my lane, take me where I cannot stay. It's the movie they made out of a TV show.
Oh, yo.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right. It's a short-lived TV show that everyone fucking loves, and they made a movie out of it. It's like one of it.
The movie was named after the ship.
Yep. Serena Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That is correct, Ryan. Well done. Serena Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the
Wow,
is
I've
the
never
answer
heard
there.
of that.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Serenity. I actually watched that movie not knowing. Serenity now. I watched that movie not knowing it was the follow up to a TV show. So I'm like, the fuck are these characters? And why do they think I know them?
I know Serenity now from Seinfeld, but I've never heard of Serenity either.
Yeah.
Show,
Well, it's Firefly.
All right, Kenny, ready?
Yep.
Maybe if Swayze was watching the door with a light gun, he wouldn't have been overrun with zombies in the first place.
Light guns. So House of the Dead, Roadhouse of the Dead.
Correct.
Nice.
Well done.
Kenny's just like, his beats are.
Yeah,
He
that's
goes,
good. Yeah.
minute, one, done. All right, got it.
All right, Ryan, you're getting that one I pushed off.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Fun.
As weird as this high school RPG got, it was still a shocker when the main character had to kill his future self.
High school RPG sounds like Persona and has to go back to kill himself. Oh, was that?
I think I might have the movie.
Was that Will Smith movie that recently came out? It's like he goes back and.
I got two movies in mind, and neither of them are Will Smith.
Or if you're thinking Looper, it's not Looper. Because that didn't involve killing your future self, did it?
I never saw it. I heard it's awesome, though.
Bruce
real good.
Bruce Willis.
That was one of the ones I was thinking of.
No, not future self. Not future self, though. I think. Yeah.
I think that is his future self, isn't it? I don't know. If you want to throw in, I'll tell you.
I'm going to try, just because I don't loop Persona.
That is correct.
Oh,
Well
my
done.
God.
Oh wow.
But is that what it was?
Yes, that was Looper's. I was thinking Looper, but that doesn't kill his future self. That's exactly the plot of Looper.
What was the Will Smith movie that recently came out? That same premise, like he has to go back and kill like another,
I don't know.
the future one of him or something. It's so dumb.
For some reason, I was thinking 12 Monkeys, but that's not right at all. He doesn't kill himself. He just watches himself. die.
Also, that was
Spoiler.
Bruce Willis. Weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We got two more left. So
Oh, I'm
Right.
done.
one more to Bill.
Yay.
Ryan's done. All right, Bill. Pirating and looting and treasure hunting is all well and good until super intelligent sharks start wrecking all the fun.
So, rooping.
This is a good one, too.
Rooping. That's a good one. So super intelligent sharks ruining all the fun. I'm saying I say Jaws. And-
Sharks plural on purpose.
Oh, okay. Okay, then. Does Sharknado have a bunch of sharks?
They do.
But they're not really
there's
smart.
actually
They're just in a tornado.
There's actually a tornado of them.
Okay, well, I mean, they might have been really smart to get in on that tornado action. I don't know.
Awesome.
There's enough to create a tornado, I guess. I don't know.
Perhaps, maybe.
I'll hint it up a little bit here.
I don't think it's plural, though. Is it?
I thought it was by plot
No, it's
description.
okay,
Maybe
singular.
it's
There's only one.
not. So there's
can
I don't know. Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
Samuel Jackson's in it.
Yep.
Sure.
He gets 8.
He gets eaten. They were designing.
Oh my God, Ryan knows too much about this
They were
movie, and
designing-
I'm just
okay,
going to let you guys move on to the answer.
Deep Blue Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
That is correct. Deep Blue Sea of
Deep Blue-
Thieves.
They were.
He was in
they
Deep
were-
Blues. Oh, wow. Okay.
A shark ate him. A fucking shark ate him.
Okay. I mean, listen. It sounds like a momentous moment in cinema, but I mean, damn.
Remember
Okay.
that classic scene?
Oh, now I do. Damn it.
It's
Yes,
the one
now
where
I
he's
do.
giving a speech and the
Yes.
shark jumps out of
Just
he
jumps
bends
out and
over,
snags him.
grabs
That's-
him and pulls him back
Wow. Now I
classic
do.
movies the other
Now I do.
in. And better than Lake Placid. Came out at the same time. Yeah.
All right.
Last one
Now
goes to
it's-
Kenny.
All right, let's hear it.
We can rebuild the Vault Dweller. We have the technology.
Oh no. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. This is a movie I haven't seen, but it's a quote I've heard a million times, and it's stupid that I don't know it. But it's we can.
Is it a movie?
Is it $1 Million Man or something like that? Or is that not right?
Or can it be a show?
It's a movie.
Okay.
Am I way off with $1 Million Man? Do you know what the plot of that is? I am way off.
It's a guy who gets hurt and they have to rebuild him.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, so okay. Fallout.
But it's you got the name wrong.
Oh, Fallout $76 Million Man.
It is a TV show. Well
It is
done,
a TV
Ryan.
show.
That is correct. It is Fallout $76 million Man.
Fun fact,
Well done.
his boss was named Steve Austin.
Oh
I
my
knew that,
God.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Yep.
Is that the $6 million man's boss? Like it was from a 40-year-old virgin. He had the doll.
That's why I know it. That's exactly why I know it. Yeah.
We have a tie
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
for first place.
Actually, you know what? I think I shouldn't get the Rock of Ages one because I think it doesn't have to do with someone
Him growing up and wanting to be-
growing up. I think it's just about a rock
I
star.
got a tiebreaker for you.
I'll do it anyways, so just
Sure,
for fun.
sure.
I got a tiebreaker here.
Okay.
Okay.
Bill thought of the name of the show in his shower because he was thinking of a song by who?
Jimmy Buffett.
That is correct. Well done, Kenny.
I wanted Kenny to have it.
Well
anyways.
done.
I don't think I should have gotten that
Kenny,
point,
you
actually.
won probably the toughest movie game smash up
Yeah,
I've
that's a
ever
good one.
made.
Well, I think we all got there with all of them, like when we conglomerated.
That was good. When you conglomerated, it was perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
That's movie game show. That's a
My
wrap.
brain hurts again.
That was a lot of fun. And I gotta say, my favorite part of that game is everybody when they realize what the answer is while someone else is guessing. You get,
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah, that's why it sucks when it's not a co-op because
Yeah.
you really just want to scream it out. Like
It's probably better to actually like going forward since it's getting harder to like scrape together more obscure games and movies kind of thing. We might be getting at the point where we can start being everybody versus me, and whoever
Yeah.
gets it,
Yeah.
gets the
Yeah.
point.
Because
Or if you don't, I get a point.
There are movies you will reference. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is this movie?
But you got Blast Coraline, so be proud.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's Coraline.
My head hurt with that one.
So we'll have one more
so
quick chat
Last
with you here,
Coraline.
Bill, while you're still here before you take off. We're just going to, I guess, just give some thoughts about, did you watch any of these conferences over the past week?
No, I really need a chance to. I've been, not to get too sidetracked, but the air conditioning in our house went out on
Jesus.
Friday night.
Yeah,
so
a little bit more pressing matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been kind of trying to figure that out and then going back
That's
and forth
hot.
between like in-laws houses with air conditioning and so I have not had a chance to watch any of it, but I've been kind of keeping my eye on it. I know today was the Xbox and I don't have an
Yeah.
Xbox, so I don't really have a connection, but
Gotcha.
I keep my eye on things. I'm desperately looking forward to Silk Song. I
Oh
love
boy,
Hollow
you
Knight,
and me both. Let me tell you, I am.
I really can't wait for it.
I'm right there
Yeah.
along with Blue on that one too, because I've just been so hyped about that damn game since their first. What
need
was
to-
that trailer? 2019.
I need to beat Hollow Knight
Yeah,
I do too.
at some point.
Can you?
That game is hard.
yeah.
It's ridiculous, especially once you get to the first bad ending, which is what I got. The bosses get exponentially harder.
Yeah.
So it's still a very more so worth the time. I didn't 117% it. I kind of took a dad win and said, you know what? I'm done. That's it. Time is precious. And that was the end of that. But it's such a wonderful game. It subverts all these expectations. It's adorable and terrifying and screw you, deep nest. And yeah.
Love it.
So great.
And I love all the artistic designs and everything and all the different types of cool creative characters they end up coming
The
up
art
with.
style is so good in that
Oh my
game.
gracious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, since we're going pretty
gorgeous.
long already, I'm just gonna we'll quickly go through and maybe you'll learn some stuff here, Bill, since you didn't see any of them. I made a list of stuff that I'm actually excited to play, either the stuff that I'm really psyched for or stuff that was like that interesting. I'm gonna play that, and it's a long list. And I'm just going to rattle off the whole list, and you'll hear stuff in there if there's something you want to talk about. We'll say it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Redfall, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, High on
I like
Life.
Silk Song.
Wait, hold on. You're going too fast.
No, I meant I was
Could
going
you
to
repeat that one?
I was going to read the whole list first.
Okay.
So, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, High on Life.
Hey,
is
did you guys watch the Silk Song one?
I did. It was a minute and 25 seconds of joy.
High on Life is
Sure
the
was.
Rick and
Didn't
Morty
give us a
game.
release date though.
The Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We can do it that way.
Yeah,
too.
we'll do this
That's
shit in the
fine.
bonus. Let's just kind of give a let's get a little quick
Sure.
rundown. on this one.
Plague Tale,
Yeah.
Overwatch
Cool.
2,
Oh, yeah.
Era
Yeah.
History Untold, Arc 2, Scorn,
Nah.
Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
What?
Minecraft Legends.
Hey.
The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
hey, it looks like good.
Narok Blade Point.
Yeah,
Nope.
Pentiment.
Yeah.
Lightyear Frontier.
Possibly.
Diablo 4.
yeah,
Ravenlock.
yeah.
Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Neo 3.
Kojima just being there. And Starfield.
Yay.
And that's our review on the Leetist podcast.
I want that to be the thing. It's just like we make one word,
We have to make one mouth sound.
one mouth sound
One mouth sound
for
review.
each game of how we feel about
Not a
that
bad
game.
way to like quickly cover all the topics.
I just think it's nuts that that wasn't the whole list. That was the list of stuff I want to play, and it's insane that it's that long.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a conference or event that there was that many games for
Yeah.
my personal taste where I was like, "Holy
I'm
shit, I want to play
sorry.
these."
They
Yeah.
announced
cool.
that you can fly the Spirit of St. Louis in the.
Oh yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the name of the ship from Halo?
From. Oh, sorry. They also announced that you could fly the Halo ship as
Which-
well in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So
Oh, really?
good.
Yeah,
that was
is
a
true.
weird day.
Yeah, it was a weird day. We got the Spirit of St. Louis and we got freaking Halo.
I know Tim's really hyped on Silk Song. I think Redfall is going to be an awesome game. It kind of looks like a
looks cool.
It looks like a Back 4 Blood sort of experience, but with more cool abilities.
Yeah.
that kind
I'll
of
take it.
yeah, you can do with your friends and jump in and kill.
I know. I
vampires.
thought it was a good way to start, but as I as I kept watching more of the videos from it, I was like, I mean, it looked all right compared to some of this stuff. You know what I mean?
The studio that's making this that's Arcane.
Yeah, Dishonored and Prey. They have two separate studios.
So, but they're the same people that did Deathloop, right?
Yes.
That is Arcane Lion.
Different studio.
They're two Arcane
Okay,
separate
'cause they-
studios.
But they are part of the Arcane.
Okay,
correct,
group.
yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
gotcha.
cool. Because like when they were talking about it, it's like from the people that did Dishonored and
Prey.
and Prey, but
Right.
they never said Deathloop, and I was like, wait, didn't they do Deathloop? And I was like, oh wait, that was a PlayStation exclusive. I wonder if they don't want to say
We
it.
can't talk about
Oh,
it.
that's
Oh,
true,
that's
too.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
May I say how much I love Arcane Studios and everything they do. I bounced off hard of Deathloop, but I do want to get back into it.
I think Prey is the most underrated game of the last decade. It's
I adore
fucking
Prey.
love it.
I now just want to play Prey again.
Yeah.
Even though my backlog is 1,000 miles long.
I did play it again recently. So Hollow Knight, you were hyped on. I was really hyped on that Last Case of Benedict Fox game. It's a dude with glasses and he has like tentacles. It's
Yeah,
like a
it looks really
platformer.
weird.
That looked really
I
neat.
thought that was Alone in the Dark for a second because it had the same art style.
Yeah.
And then it became a platformer. And I'm like, oh, that's not Alone in the Dark at all.
Flintlock looks like Forspoken, but even better.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ravenlock looks like Kena, but better.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, it looked really neat art style, almost like a Zelda Sword and Shieldy sort of thing. Going
Yeah.
on. So yeah, there's a lot of games here.
Did you see that? I'm trying to remember the name of the game, but it's the premise is you're actually a character in a book, like a storybook that you're going through things, and then all of a sudden you jump off the book, and then you're a like storybook looking character.
Yeah,
in a
that was
3D world.
That narrative adventure game that was on there, right?
Yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Like, man, people are getting so creative with games. I love it. I get to play as a cat next month. Oh
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Man, with all the releases coming out that I just saw today, man, the fall is looking pretty nice. There's a lot of stuff coming out that I'm psyched for. So before we end this little segment here, Starfield.
Starfield. Yeah.
What'd you think, Tim?
Yep.
Yeah,
I was a little underwhelmed by it.
Same.
Like, it was cool. It looks pretty, but
Nah.
as I've said before, I'm not a huge sci-fi fan. You know what I mean? So basically, they just took a lot of the things that I love from, the types of games they've made and put them into a place that I don't care for all that much. So that could mean one of two things. That could be that it's going to be tougher for me to get into it, or it could mean that it's going to open my eyes to a whole new majestic worlds.
The guy pointed the gun at a thing, and it gave it a level and a health bar, and I go, okay, cool. Now.
that's what I thought the first 5 minutes of the presentation when it showed him landing and going into that thing.
Yeah.
That was the most underwhelming part for me. I thought the rest of it I was pretty psyched about.
The gameplay is what you're saying was underwhelming.
Well, yeah, but
the important thing in a game.
it kind of looked like it could have been like a an indie game with nice lighting and you know what I mean?
No,
because
seriously,
it looked like a space game.
Like, this literally could have been done by an indie developer.
But
the way it looks,
all the characters and they look way better now. They're face models and talking and the choices and the skill trees.
No,
and
they still have the
environment.
Like their facial animations are still.
Oh, they're not like
Skyrim style. Like they're barely moving their eyes.
I mean, they're way better
like
than Skyrim, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, I think everything but that first 5 minutes looked enticing to me. And the space battle, I'm curious about.
The space battle looked terrible.
I don't know
that looked awful.
I think we have a hater in our midst.
No, but it looks so basic. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you get to shoot.
Did you guys see the character creator? It sucked.
Yeah,
I thought it looked
that
good.
did.
No,
too.
I liked how the shipbuilding looked like it didn't Spore. You
Oh,
ever
yeah,
play
yeah.
Spore?
That one is the only interesting fact or thing that I saw there was that when you build the ship, it's not like you choose between these different engines, but it places in the same spot. It's like, I could put the engine on the front of the ship if I want to, or the back.
I thought the particle effects and explosions in the space battles looked pretty cool and good. I just everything else around it made me wonder how in depth is this, or is it just that's it? You fly into space and you shoot things and then go to the next thing. Also, I did find out that there is some element of procedural generation in this game, but I don't know to what extent. I mean, there must be if there's 1,000 planets, right?
So Starfield, again, I know very little about it, other than kind of what I read in headlines. It's very interesting. Every time I see Starfield, I think of Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Which I know are two very different things, but seem very similar.
One has a much better looking ship combat and, more fleshed out.
That's funny you say that because I always think of Garfield.
Oh.
Well, there it is. I mean,
yeah. What?
I have a friend who's been working on Star Citizen for a long time. He's actually a developer.
Oh, cool.
And I'd like to shout out Arc 2. My across the street neighbor is the developer on Arc 2.
Oh, wow, man.
For the last 4 or 5 months.
Is your neighbor Vin Diesel?
He is not. He is not. Unfortunately, and they haven't been trying to build a bigger door for him in his house or anything.
Is it weird to see Vin Diesel just animated in a game, and you just go, yeah? I mean, they did the same thing with Keanu Reeves, but it's Vin Diesel for some reasons. I'm very much aware of looking at Vin Diesel and not a character in a game.
I played a lot of the first Ark game with my friends, and it was actually pretty fun. So I'm curious to see what the game itself.
You said that's your neighbor?
Yeah, my across the street neighbor just started working on it. He's like a for hire. No, now he works for that developer for Arc 2, but before that he was working on the WWE games.
Oh, nice.
Good transition. Good transition.
Yeah, right. From character creation stuff, like character models and stuff. So
this is
neat.
bullshit.
So,
My neighbor across the street is on the National Sex Offender Registry.
Shouldn't be laughing about your red dot neighbor, but
Oh man,
I don't want to brag, but my neighbor,
listen, hey,
my neighbor's committed a litany of felonies.
We might talk more about the games, I guess, in the bonus show for patrons, but for all the stuff that's happened over the past week. We hope you had a good time, Bill. It was awesome. It was fun.
I had a lot of fun. This was a really good time. I really love your show, guys. You do
thank
the
you.
format's fun. You guys put way, I almost said way too much, but you put a lot of work into getting games together.
No, it's too much.
I really almost said that. That'd be kind of shitty.
That's okay, we do.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, but it was really fun, and thanks again for having me.
Do you want to tell everyone one more time where they can find your stuff and all that good socially things?
Yeah, the main socially thing is on Twitter at @agamerlooks4040. I also have a link tree there in the bio, like everybody else, where you can see all the other things I do, like everybody else. We're all basically the same when it comes to our things and platforms. If you know one, you know them all. So, if you fancy yourself some personal stories about video games, then that's the place to be.
All podcasts are mind-hived. That's all I know.
Essentially,
Yes,
we're all gleaning from each other and doing our best to make to get our voices out there.
queen that we listen to, do you think?
Queen?
The queen of the mind hive. What do you think? What podcast is the
So far, a lot of the connections we've made has been through Gamers Week podcast. I got to give them a huge shout out.
Gamers Week is definitely a hub. They've been very helpful in my show just helping me get word out and stuff. So I have a lot of love for those guys.
That's
For sure.
awesome.
Same.
Yeah, they are awesome. They are a lot of fun.
We keep on. We're slowly
Super cool
like absorbing listeners of their show.
We're just parasites right now.
No, same. I'm just same.
All right. Well, we love everyone at Gamers Week. They had a blast here playing games with us. I think we might do some collabs with them later too. So
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, we'd like to have you back sometime, Bill. Play some more games with all of us. Podcast v podcast we might do in the future. Thanks so much, man. All right, gentlemen. Thanks so much to Bill for hanging out with us.
Hell yeah.
Bill's a good guy, man.
Check
I
out
like him.
Gamer Looks at 40. Check
Oh,
out
yeah.
I
the
like
podcast.
that dude.
I like that dude. He knows stuff. I like the concept of the show and how like it just kind of allows you to go back into history. And dude, I seriously want to go on there and talk some Zelda because that would be fun.
Yep.
I look forward to hearing you on there, Ryan.
Oh boy.
Right now is the time for challenge mode.
Bill,
This is where we give each other.
Just keep saying Bill.
Bill Nye, the
You know, if
science
you
guy.
say Bill a couple times, he'll come back on.
Don't
the
say
show.
that.
Yeah, 3 times.
freaking me
There
out.
you go.
Every month we give each other a video game related challenge, and that we have to complete within the month. We're keeping a tally of points.
Doesn't have to be video game. Could be push-ups.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's not video games. It's a
Yeah.
challenge. Usually it's video
You
games.
know that's still open-ended too.
Thank you, buddy.
You could still
I'll
still
get there.
try to do it.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll go first.
please.
I'm challenging Ryan this month.
Oh shit.
This isn't too hard. I think it'll be good. I want you to. I'm going to say once per week in the next month, but you can do it all at once if you want. Preferably once per week. So you can go on Game Pass, find a game that you have never heard of, that you think nobody has ever heard of, play a little bit of it. Same thing I told Tim, where you don't have to play very much. You know what I mean? Enough to like say what the game is about and put a little review thingy on Twitter, and to be able to talk about them when you come back with the results.
Okay.
Once per week. Yeah.
If it's on Game Pass, people have heard of it.
Well, not necessarily
If it's
you.
on that Yucata,
Not necessarily you, though, right?
or not you. Whatever that bundle is, that Ukrainian bundle, then no one has ever heard of.
Yucata.
I don't remember what it's called.
Yucata.
I'm leaving it at your discretion to find games that do not sound familiar to you at all.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. That's my challenge.
Perfect.
All right, Tim.
Yeah.
I want you to do 100 push-ups. No, I'm just like, you've been bouncing off a lot of games. You're starting them, you're
I
stopping them.
fucking knew this challenge was coming.
Oh, here you go.
I felt it in my bones.
Oh boy, I want you to complete
Yeah.
a PlayStation 5 game.
damn it.
Doesn't matter. I don't care which one.
hate this
I don't care
challenge so
which
much.
one. But you keep bouncing off. I want you to fucking complete one.
I'm devastated by this.
I have
Now,
a
hold
recommendation.
on. Kenny has a recommendation that may be a simple solution. It's kind of like the way you challenged me to platinum something, and I
Yeah.
just found a game that was like, oh, this is easy platinum.
Astrobot is a delightful game that I don't think is much longer than 4 hours.
Okay.
And it's a platformer. It's a 3D platformer, like a Mario thing that you like.
Yeah.
And it's got so much cool, nostalgic PlayStation stuff in it that I think you'll
Fucking
like.
do it. I felt it in my bones several times because I was bitching to so many people about how I've started so many games and haven't finished any of them. And I
God
was like,
damn it, you're going to make me finish a game.
somebody's going to make me.
That's my
somebody's gonna
recommendation. But
tell
if
me.
you can game the system and find like a 1 hour PS5 game,
Yep.
then that's up to you.
I'm fine with however you do it. I just want you to actually complete a PlayStation 5 game.
All right.
There you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
All right, Kenny. Here's
Yep.
what I want.
Okay. Here's what I want.
I want you to love me.
Now just start. I want you to write, compose, design, create a 2-minute song that would fit on I don't know, Mega Man game, like a platformer level.
Make up your
Oh.
own
Want you to-
Mega Man level.
I want
theme.
a level theme, and I want to hear it.
Oh man, I want that challenge. That's a fun challenge.
I'll let you guys co-op on that one if you
Can we
want to.
co-op on that one?
You'll both get a
Yeah.
point for it if you co-op.
No.
Actually, I'll throw it at both of you.
We'll do
Give you a chance at
one.
both the
We'll
points.
do one each, and then we'll air them on the show, and we'll see which stage is a better stage.
Oh, that's a great idea. 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
you
I
do 2
can
minutes?
do that.
I
Absolutely.
challenge you to a stage theme off.
Stage
I like it.
a Mega Man off.
This is gonna be
Mega Man
good. You
off.
guys have done a lot
Does it
of.
have to be chiptune, or can you do like however you want? Do you want chiptune? You want
SNES or
chiptune?
Genesis style. I don't know what chiptune
you want
means, but go
chiptune.
nuts.
All right.
Actually, if it loops, that'd be even better. So we can keep on listening to it. I can put it on the background
because it lets me actually stretch my like music.
Yeah. I haven't been doing that a
which
lot
I haven't been able to do in a while.
recently either.
Now you
So,
get inspiration. Points.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. All right, guys, we have reached the end of this show. Thank you again
closure.
so much to Bill from A Gamer Looks at 40.
Yeah.
We hope to talk to him
Yeah,
again.
Bill, you're really fucking awesome, man. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for being on our show. Hey, guys, if you came here from the Gamers Week podcast, here's a trivia from our spot on their most recent episode. You guys actually might know this one.
Okay.
All right. Despite what the box art implies, this SNES title has not one single banjo-playing hillbilly in it.
Oh, Starlink? No,
That's
no.
Tesla. That's Elon Musk's internet
Earthbound?
thing. No.
No. Oh my God. I remember this.
Banjo.
I remember this box art, but it was a fighting game, I think.
Can you tell me what the game does have in it a little bit?
It's a beat 'em up. I think.
It is not a beat 'em up. It is a space combat fighter game.
Star something?
Starbound?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah. God dang it. That's going to bother me. I remember this.
The game is called Phalanx.
You said it at the same
Phalanx.
time. Nice.
Yep. Phalanx.
That's it.
Phalanx is the name of the
It
game.
literally came to me before you said it. Yeah. It was-
What's the name of the game?
Phalanx.
Yep.
Nice.
Boy, hey, guys, if you want to, all you listeners out there, if you want a chance at free shit, come hang out with us on Twitter. Every day I post a daily trivia question, and now I've started to, not tonight because we're in the middle of a podcast, linking also to a new webpage that will update our leaderboard every day with who's in top rankings as far as answering our trivia questions and getting points, and the person with the most points, actually the top 3 players with the most points, by the end of the month, get some prizes. Top prize this month is a mobile gaming controller. You can get yourself an Apple compatible Backbone 1 or a Android compatible MGX Pro, so you can play your Android games like Diablo Immortal or whatever.
Yep, you got it. You got
all
it,
your
bud.
super cool controllers. Kenny
There you
can
go.
attest that they are. It's a bitchin' device to have.
Yeah, you can play Persona 4 Golden, which is coming to Game Pass, which I've heard is one of the best handheld games ever. I've heard.
Yeah, so
many
go ahead
times.
and subscribe to the Leetist Twitter and tell your friends to subscribe to the Leetist Twitter and quote tweet the answers to our daily trivia, and you get a chance at points. So get on it.
Get it.
Go to theleetist.com for the jumping off point for everything. Join our Discord. Go to the Twitter there at The Leetist. The Patreon links there. Everything's at theleetist.com. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much to Bill. This has been The Leetist Podcast. We'll catch you guys next week on the show.
Oh, wow.